Hello, everyone. So I'm testing this vertical live thing and decided that I would test it after I've dropped my daughter off at school and headed to my gym. So that's what I'm doing. So this is a test just to see if this is something I want to do regularly. I don't really do lives a lot, so I'm not sure if it's my thing, but I'm testing it to see. And I'm driving, so it's a good chance that I may miss something if you write something. If anybody's watching this, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, decided I would try it. I might do it regularly, like I said, when after I drop my daughter off and head to the gym. So anyway, I figured because I always thinking of stuff in the car. When I'm in the car is when my thoughts start flowing and kind of thinking about what's going on in the world. The whole United Healthcare thing, the guy who was they just caught the suspect, and everybody is very excited about him. Um, I have so many thoughts around this, and I'm trying to be careful of how I say this. But historically speaking, whenever the very rich and powerful become way too greedy, there's always a reckoning. And I feel as though history has shown us enough times that this is an issue that you shouldn't just hoard resources away from everyone because eventually people get upset. And when you read the stories of people who have United Healthcare and the things that have happened to them, like their insurance being denied and life threatening things, like that to me says that the United Healthcare CEO person, he was not a good person. He was a horrible human being. And, you know, the world has been rid of a horrible human being. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's unfortunate, it's sad, but when you mistreat people for a really long time, you can't expect those people not to have feelings around that. I think people forget that, yeah, uh, folks don't like being mistreated. Folks don't like being, used and abused over time. And, abuse victims snap sometimes. I'm just saying. Like I said, I'm trying to just be honest about what's going on because all these, very powerful people are coming down on folks saying, oh, he's not a hero and you shouldn't celebrate. You can't tell people how to feel when something like this happens. You can't tell people they shouldn't feel the way that they feel when they've had the experiences that they've had. That's just very unfair to people in general. Like, I can't tell rich people how to feel. Like, I'm not super wealthy, so I can't tell you how to feel about poor people. But you can't. I can't come in and dictate how you feel about it. But you can't dictate how these people are feeling about this guy who off a very powerful, very rich person who profited off of people's pain. Like, he literally made his income off of denying people health care. And health care should be a right. Like, let's just be honest. Health care should be a right. Nobody should be out here without health care. I mean, you don't know what could happen. I mean, look at me. I have health care. I don't have United Health Care, but I have health care. And there's a reason for it because you can get hurt, you can get sick. You should have a right to be able to be taken care of. But these people are super upset. Well, these rich people are super upset. And all the jokes, like the other thing is you can't take anything seriously nowadays. Like people are I don't know if that Burger King post is true, but I did chuckle at that one. So yeah. That's these things going on in the world. Anyway, just so I don't know how the audio is on this. I'm just like I said, I'm just experimenting. I might do this on a regular basis. Um, I also decided to do this because there's always so much traffic between my daughter's school and my gym, so it seemed like a perfect place to like sit and chit chat to strangers on the internet. So hi, if you're watching, hi. I don't know if you're writing anything. I can't see it because I'm driving, but thanks for watching. What else is going on in the world? I don't know. Like, what else is happening? Oh, Jay Z. Y'all, I've said this many, many times over the years that nobody should ever be surprised when a man who has power is accused of sexual assault. There shouldn't be any shock there. There should never be shock. Um, we all know that men, especially men, men don't even need power to be rapey. Men are just rapey in general, and I don't care if that upsets you. That's just a fact. Every single woman in this society has been sexually assaulted, many starting in childhood. That's just the reality of living in a patriarchal society, that men feel as though that they can just touch and harm and do things to women. So this people are like shocked about it, and I'm like, I'm so not shocked. Like, this should not surprise anybody. Anytime a man with power gets accused of sexual assault, I'm like, all right, yeah, that happened. No surprises, no surprises. But the age of the victim is definitely disturbing. But again, this patriarchal society condones pedophiles. It protects pedophiles. The amount of girls who are not protected, especially black girls, who are not protected, and the families, this is the thing that really pisses me off about black families. Black families have protected pedophiles forever. It's disgusting. I don't do it. I hope you don't do it. But this is not new. We see it online. There are men right now who feel it's perfectly okay as an adult to date teenagers. And, this is just accepted. It's disgusting, but it's accepted. The fact that so many men think it's okay is scary, and some women think it's okay. Like, you get a lot of women, especially when R. Kelly was going down. There was a bunch of women like, "Oh, when I was a teenager, I dated." You were groomed. You were too young. You did not understand what was happening to you. That grown man was grooming you. He was taking advantage of you. You were a victim, and so many women do not understand that they are victims of sexual assault, because they're like, "Oh, I knew what I was doing." No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It's so crazy how so many people don't understand power dynamics, and how an adult has more power than a child mentally, and is more mature than a child mentally, and can manipulate a child. So many people do not understand this, and still are like, "Oh, the child knew what they were doing." No, they're a child. They can't consent. That's the other thing people don't understand is consent. Oh my God. The amount of people that think children can consent, I get frustrated. I get super frustrated with grown ups thinking that children can consent to sex. So many of them. So many of them. It's disgusting. But yeah, this whole we're living in crazy times. I don't know how it's gonna go, y'all. I am apprehensive about where this world is going. Although I feel like this is how I really feel. Black people, black women especially, we gonna be all right. That's just how I feel, because we've lived in a society that has mistreated us and has hated us, and takes away opportunity, makes it very difficult for us forever. We're kind of used to it. We shouldn't be used to it, but we're kind of used to things being crappy for us. So this is what it is. However, I'm not sure how this world's going to go, especially, like the guy that killed the CEO of United Healthcare. Like, that kind of saw it coming. Like I said, historically speaking, whenever the powerful get too greedy, you see these kind of violent outbursts from the poor or from people who are being abused. So it's not shocking. We should look to history to see what happened. But I am apprehensive because I'm a parent. I have a child. She's going to college soon. I got to think about, like, this world that we're living in, and how it feels very dangerous and scary, but I can't be fearful because I still got to live. Ultimately, it's just very frustrating. Like, I get very frustrated with life. And you all see how slow this traffic is, right? I haven't gone like, I think I've gone like 2 blocks since I started this. This is why I decided to try this on here. It's been 10 minutes and I've gone 2 blocks. Getting ready to get to the freeway, so it'll go faster there. But yeah, I'm just apprehensive about this next 4 years, especially because these racists are getting bold as all get out. And, it's because they feel like they have power when they don't. Ultimately, they really don't. There are people that have power, but the racists don't have power, especially the poor ones. The poor ones don't understand that racism is being used to control them and to take from them and to make them feel as though somebody's taking from, well, to make them feel as though brown people are taking from them when it's really not the brown people taking from them. It's really not. It is those white men in power stealing right from under their noses and telling them it's the brown people. And it's always been that way. I mean, racism has been used to control poor white people forever. And it's sad because at some point you would think they would wake up, but that racism, boy, it must be a hell of a feeling to feel like you're superior to somebody because you were born with a certain skin tone. It must be a hell of a feeling because they have a very hard time giving it up. It's very difficult for them to give it up. It's crazy. But again, that's just the way things are right now. All right, I'm finally on the freeway, headed to the gym. I'm gonna try to do some yoga. This wrist, it is getting better. In case anybody was wondering, it is healing. Still have no any weight on it, so I'm still like, what is it? I can't even think of it. When you're on your arms instead of your hands, instead of doing your, I can't even think of the word. I'm drawing a blank, but I'm on my elbows. I'm not on my wrist. And being on your elbows is planks. Doing planks on my elbows. Being on your elbows, I think it's harder than being on your hands. I don't know. It makes your core tighter. I don't know. I'm tired. I don't like being on my elbows doing planks, but that's what I'm doing in yoga. And then I'm doing all the other stuff I can. But I can't do downward dog, and it's driving me crazy. Although I do it on my elbows, I do, what is it called, dolphin pose. I do that, but I feel like it's harder than doing it on your hands. I don't know. Somebody confirm for me if that's true. Like, is it harder to do dolphin than it is to do downward dog? Because it feels harder to me. Maybe it's because I just don't normally do it that way, so it feels harder, so it's awkward. But yeah, I'm going to do that today. And also, if you watch this and you want me to do a video on something in particular, please leave a comment. Tell me what you want me to do a video on because I'm always looking for ideas, what people want to hear about. Because it is, I make videos, but I make videos based on something in my head. And I'm like, I should make a video about it. But you guys are watching it. I don't know. There might, and when they ask me to, I don't mind doing that because it's hard sometimes to think of like, what should I talk about? Like, what is going on that I need to talk about? So yeah, if you have an idea or you want me to talk about something, go ahead and leave me a comment and tell me what that is, and I will happily do a video for you. And then I don't know if you guys saw the little short I put up last night, but oh my God, there's a troll who is so desperate to get my attention that they left a new comment yesterday, 2 days after I was already like, you're a troll, you're miserable, and thanks for watching because I'm not going to engage with you. And and they're back. I don't understand. Like, what's the movie where you're like, why are you so obsessed with me? Like, I don't get it. I get it. I don't get it. Like, I get that you're bored. I get that you're miserable. I get it. I know that trolls like are the losers of the world. Like before social media, trolls didn't have anything to do. Like they didn't have anybody. No one paid them attention. Like people who are trolls now are the people that no one paid attention to back before social media. Like nobody would listen to them. They would have thoughts. Nobody paid them any mind. They basically were invisible, and now they can anonymously go to people and talk nasty to them, and it gives them a little kick. I think it makes them feel excited that somebody is, they can get to somebody. But it's like the best way to deal with the troll is to absolutely ignore them because that's exactly what they deserve. They are the nobodies of the world, and nobody should be paying attention to them. But, you know, they are emotional triggers. They like to pick emotional triggers to trigger. It doesn't really work for me. I make content out of it instead, which means I'm getting paid for it. So sometimes I engage. But it's like, you got to be a miserable person. Like, I wish they understood. And this one is funny to me. The one that came back, I completely forgot they existed. Like, this is how little these people mean to me who are trolling me. I don't even recognize your existence. I don't remember your existence, and then you show back up, and I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. That's how little they mean. Yet somehow these people just they're if you ever get a troll, especially like on Threads, go to like their page and check out their replies, and you will see that every single reply to every single person that they're talking to is rude, is nasty. All they do is say negative things to strangers. You have to be a miserable person to sit on the internet every day and just say negative things to strangers all the time. Like, that is crazy. Like, this needs to be studied. Like, these people who are doing this, like these trolls who are out here just being negative every day and obviously are miserable. They need some therapy. These people need to be studied, because this is a crazy thing to do, to sit on the internet and just respond negatively to every single person that you see. But that's what they do. Like, sometimes when I get them there, I go and look at their page. But I just ignore them. I think that you should ignore them. Ignore trolls. They're horrible people. And let's see. I'm almost at the gym. It took about 15 minutes. With the traffic, it doesn't take that long with the traffic. I literally sat in the traffic for like 10 minutes, so it takes like 5 minutes. But I'm almost there, and I'm going to get out soon. But let me see. I might try, like I said, I'm going to try this live thing. I might try it again tomorrow, but I need things to talk about. But I don't mind. It's like riding in the car with somebody, kinda, sorta, kinda. It's a little weird, but usually when I'm in my car by myself, I'm always thinking about things anyway. So this might work out for me. We will see. I've tried the lives. I do lives occasionally, but it's just weird. Like, is it not weird to y'all, the lives? Like, do you all like seeing people just living life? Because that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. This is my real life. Real life. I'm a mom who just dropped her daughter at school, and I'm going to the gym. Real life. Real. This is real. This is what's really happening. But yeah. So, anyway, almost there. Almost at the gym. I can't wait for my wrist to be fully 100%. I have another doctor's appointment at the end of the month, and that's when they're going to tell me if it's better and I can put weight on it and all that stuff. Who would have thought I would have injured myself like this? But that's life. Life is unpredictable. Totally unpredictable. Ooh, parking spaces. Yes, I'm excited about a parking space, because that is my real life. Being excited about things like parking spaces, like a good parking space at the gym. Yeah, I'm super excited. All right, so let me pull into this space. Anyway, people, if you watch this live, thank you for watching. I'm going to try to do this regularly. Probably, if I'm going to the gym after I drop my daughter, I'm probably going to hop on the live and see, and whatever there is to talk about for the day. Like, I covered, like, the topics of the day. If you have an idea that you would like for me to do a video on, please tell me, because I'm always looking for things. I'm always looking for things to make videos about. And if you like this live, please tell me. Just let me know, because I don't know what people really like about my channel, but I know you guys like me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all the follows and all the comments and all the views. Oh, I hit 300,000 views yesterday, so thank you to all of you for that. That was amazing. I honestly can't believe sometimes that you guys are watching anything that I'm putting up. But obviously you are, so I appreciate it. So, yeah, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And I don't know how to turn this off, so I'm going to say peace, but you might see me struggling because this is the first time I've done the vertical live. But, yeah, if you like it, let me know. And, again, leave me a comment. Tell me what you want me to do. And, yeah, peace. Let's see how this goes. And I'm ending.